What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and we're live with another episode of World Cup Qualifiers Daily. And this is episode 9. Oh my God, can't believe it! Can't believe it. We're deep, man. We're deep. Episode freaking 9, man. I can't believe it, man. I gotta double check and make sure it's really episode 9. Is it really episode 9? Wow. Wow. We're doing the damn thing, man. We are doing a damn thing. We have about an hour, 15 minutes right now to talk about these matches because there's games in CONCACAF coming up at 7:30. Canada, El Salvador. So I can't miss that one. Really can't miss that one. You know what it is. Really can't miss it. So I'll talk about these European games, a few things, a few new developments, and then we will be talking about UEFA. So UEFA, a few developments, a few news here and there, and we call it a day. Not a super long stream today, but yeah. So big up to Pacharo. Damn, how does Sweden beat Spain last week but can't beat Greece? Makes no sense. I know, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But congratulations to Greece, though. We're gonna get into that game soon. But let's kick things off with this article here. Let's not waste time. Remember, we recently covered some piece of news that the Egyptian coach El Badri, I think his name is if I'm not mistaken, got dismissed after managing for 9 matches and not losing a single game. But because the FA, whoever decided to sack him didn't like his style of play, it was too defensive. They got rid of him. You know what I'm saying? It was a weird type of dismissal because the manager was actually pretty successful. So let us get into this one. Carlos Queiroz, Egypt hire former Real Madrid and South Africa coach. Also former assistant at Manchester United under Sir Alex Ferguson. Former Portuguese youth manager. Former Portugal international manager as well. Former Iranian manager. He managed Iran for about 8 years. Former Colombia manager. That was his last job, I think, and he didn't last. Carlos Queiroz is Portuguese. He was born in Mozambique. And we will take a look at his CV sooner rather than later. But let's take a look at this article right here that says Carlos Queiroz, Egypt hire former Real Madrid and South Africa coach. So we're going to get right into that. Big up to everybody in the stream right about now. Appreciate you guys joining. All right, let's just touch on this article really quick. That's Carlos Queiroz doing a press conference there, and he is back. And he's at the helm of Egypt football team. Football Pharaohs football team. What a football Pharaoh. I wonder how he feels about this. So the 68-year-old has been named as the Pharaohs' new handler following the sacking of Hossam El Badri. And we continue the article. Carlos Queiroz has been named as the new coach of the Egypt national team. The former Real Madrid and Portugal manager was announced as the Pharaohs' new handler on Wednesday afternoon by the Egyptian Football Association via their website. The football ruling body had shown coach Hossam El Badri the exit door following the country's 1-1 draw with Gabon in Sunday's 2022. I don't know why I said 2022. But 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifier stage inside Stade de Franceville. And the article continues. The Portuguese tactician had also managed 1996 African champions South Africa from 2000 to 2002. He guided Bafana to the 2002 World Cup finals before leaving the African nation. That decision prompted Safa to announce local coach Jomo Sono to lead the squad in South Korea and Japan. He will be assisted by Dia El Sayed, the general coach, as well as Mohamed Shaki. Essam Al-Hadari, who is the oldest player to feature in the FIFA World Cup, will serve as the goalkeeper trainer. Aside from the trio, Queiroz will have the luxury of having a foreign assistant, a performance analyst, and a rehabilitation specialist in his technical crew. The 68-year-old was Alex Ferguson's assistant at Manchester United before taking up the Real Madrid job as Vicente Del Bosque's replacement. At the Santiago Bernabeu, he got off to an impressive start, leading Los Blancos to a defeat. Leading Los Blancos to defeat Mallorca in the Supercopa de España. He was fired in May 2004. Queiroz will make his debut when the 7-time African Kings welcome hosts Libya in their next qualification outing in October. A doubleheader over Libya upcoming, man. Just to finish this off, as things stand, Egypt are second in Group F, having accrued 4 points from the games played so far. Since their debut at the 1934 World Cup in Italy, where they crashed out in the round of 16, the first round, the Egyptians boast 2 more appearances. The last outing was at the 2018 edition, staged in Russia. There, Hector Cooper's team failed to get past the group stage following their inability to negotiate their way past the host Russia, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay in Group A. And that'll be it for that piece of news. Big up to everybody in the stream right about now, man. How are you doing, Thriller? That's the first piece of news to touch on right there. It's a good one. Very good one. You know, I've been scouring the internet for good articles for you, man. You know what I mean? I want to make these streams very, very informative. I have something else before we do move on. Just got to locate it. I actually have everything like saved on my computer, but I actually have to start doing it on Chrome so that it syncs over to the Chrome on my desktop that I'm currently using right now, because I'm using Safari on my MacBook, so it's kind of weird, man. You know what I mean? But I do have something really good for you, though. Let me find it. Also, as I look for that one, I don't know if any one of you guys noticed in the game yesterday, Algeria versus Burkina Faso, when Tapsoba put in that tackle against Remy Bensebaini. He was supposed to get a red card, you know. If you go back and you look at that video, which I can't show you for obvious reasons, copyright reasons, he was supposed to get a red card. But guess what, man? There's no VAR in Africa nor in CONCACAF. So that's a big blunder there. And that may have affected the game big time. So, yeah, man. Yeah. And I didn't just say Yemen, the country. I just said, yeah, man. They needed to have VAR, but you know, there's so many stadiums in Africa that's not really up to standard, and therefore they can't put VAR in every stadium, and therefore they didn't use VAR. Same thing in CONCACAF. So I actually have the article on my laptop here. I'm gonna share this one with you. So this is a good one. Let me actually get this one. On search for you. Let me get this one on search, because that's all I needed to do was to get the name. All right, I got it. All right, that's something sweet for you guys here, man. You guys are gonna love this one. It's something that you won't expect. Little golden nugget for you, since we're in Africa right about now. All right, here you go. Saudi, Gaddafi, Libya. And we were just talking about Libya too, because Libya has been doing a business in Egypt's group, winning their first 2 matches. They are currently on top of the table ahead of Egypt. And Egypt face Libya next month in World Cup qualifiers, a doubleheader. So Saudi Gaddafi, son of former Libya dictator Muammar Gaddafi, released from prison. And you guys are probably wondering, why is that important, man? Why is that important, Dom? Why? Why is that important? Gaddafi's son freed after 7+ years in Libyan prison. All right, let's just take a look at this right about now. Let's just take a look let's just take a look at this. So he was actually a footballer too. So he's a former Perugia, Udinese, and Sampdoria striker. So we don't have that kind of info right here, which is kind of weird. But I would like to get his profile on like transfer marked or something instead, because I don't really want to go into this article here. So I want to read all of that information. But we know what went on in Libya, and Gaddafi was, he was killed. His dad was killed. Son locked up and everything. So I got something for you here that I'll share with you. We're not going to get too deep into this, but authorities in Libya have released Saadi Gaddafi, a son of the former leader Muammar Gaddafi, who was ousted and killed during a 2011 uprising. Prime Minister designate Abdul Hamid Debaiba said in a tweet early on Monday that Gaddafi, 48, had been released in compliance with a previous court order. Gaddafi immediately departed on a plane to Istanbul, according to an official source cited by Reuters. Saadi Gaddafi, who was known for his playboy lifestyle during his father's dictatorship and for being a professional footballer, fled for Niger during the NATO-backed uprising. But he was tracked down and extradited to Libya in 2014 and has been imprisoned since then in Tripoli. All right, so what we're going to do, we're just going to take a look at his player profile really quick, something fun, and then we're going to move on. So Al-Saadi Al-Gaddafi, Libya, former Libyan international, 18 caps, 2 goals. And you could see his player profile right there, guys. Big up to everybody in the stream. Appreciate you guys turning out. He is retired, of course. He's 48 years old now. Formerly of Sampdoria, Udinese, Perugia. Received a ban in 2004. He received a couple bans as well. So, yeah. Al-Ittihad from the Libyan League. And then he went back to Libya, went to Sampdoria. So, wow. This is a very weird one, because you don't see a lot of players from Libya play outside of Libya. So the fact that he was a son of Muammar Gaddafi, I think he was privy to a lot of things, and maybe this was one of them. Let's just take a look at his stats right now. Stats by club. Take a look at his stats. All right. So he didn't really play a lot, He didn't play a lot. He didn't play a lot. He was just on the books of these teams, but he didn't play a lot. He only played once for Udinese, 3 times for Perugia. This is absolutely nuts. He never even made an appearance for Sampdoria. So we're finding out a lot of things right now. So he was on their books, but never really played for them. Wow. Wow. Big up to everybody in the chat, man. Is this the son who was engaged to a German supermodel? I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% sure, though. But most likely. Maybe. So I touched on all the 3 things I wanted to talk about. CAF, with Carlos Queiroz being appointed the new head coach of the Egyptian national team. If you're now joining, that's a thing. And I spoke about Tapsoba's tackle on Remy Bensebaini yesterday. Algeria versus Burkina Faso. Tapsoba should have got sent off, straight red. I don't think he was even given a card. But there's no VAR in Africa. And then Saadi Gaddafi, currently on screen there. Big up to B-Skill. Oh, wait, he might help the Libyan national team release him. Nah, he's too old now, man. He's too old. So, Thriller, he just wanted to be that have that pro footballer title on his CV. I'm telling you, man. But he did play 18 times for Libya. Maybe because his dad was actually the leader, the dictator of the country. Imagine having your dad as the dictator. You're going to play every match, man. You see what I mean? So, look, if you don't play me, I'm going to just call my dad. That's your job. Bye. Man went from being a Barca fan to a Liverpool fan. Who is this? Steve, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. Big up to Mr. Tedros, Dominic, back at it. Best World Cup qualifiers daily recapper ever. Glad to be a sub. Thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. Back again on the grind, man. We have an hour more to chill and talk, all right? We ain't in no rush. We got a lot of things to cover, and we're going to get through these things, man. We're going to move on, and we're going to move on to Conmebol, where there's a lot of drama going on, man, with the whole COVID thing and the Brazil thing, and it has just been a whole mess. It has just been a whole goddamn mess. And I want to start talking about the Brazil FA asking FIFA to ban Premier League players who did not take a call up. So that's a thing that's going on right now. Big talking points. And I have to actually get this article here so I can share with you, and we could actually talk about these things. So look. Let me get it right there. This is actually, give me 1 second. 1 second. The article is actually in Portuguese, so I can't really share it with you, but let me just get it. All right. FIFA has opened a disciplinary procedure against Brazil. All roads lead to Argentina winning the game. So that's a thing that's going on right now. Remember, we touched on that. There's a lot of things surrounding that whole issue in terms of the Argentina-Brazil game that was stopped by Brazilian officials. And we still don't know what's going on. The game was suspended. And then there's this whole thing with the Brazilian players in the Premier League, the Argentinian players who went to South America, even though all the countries in South America are red listed. And those players are now in Croatia, quarantining, where I think Tottenham Hotspur have sent down trainers over there to help the players stay conditioned so they don't put on any weight while in that mini quarantine / vacation over there in Croatia. Very nice vacation spot, if you don't know. So that's going on there. And just to touch on the whole Premier League nonsense that's going on right about now, because right now we don't even know. We don't even know if the players are banned for sure or if they will be allowed to play. Seriously. Because I read, all right, we have an article here from Melissa Reddy, that Liverpool reporter. It reads, Premier League clubs will contest FIFA's enforcing of Brazil's request to bar their players from being selected, as there is no basis for such action given the circumstances around COVID restrictions. So there's an article from the Independent. So let me just take off my ad block on this page really quick, and then I'll share this page with you. And we'll talk a bit about this whole issue, because this is a big deal. This has been going on for the last, let's say, 12 to 15 hours. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that. And guys, I'm a little limited today. You know, I have my boy Liam right here with me. He's sleeping, and I'm not that mobile. You see what I mean? And I'm not that energetic as usual. So just bear with me. Bear with me, man. So Premier League clubs banned from playing Brazilian players after blocking international call-ups. So basically, what's going on is the Premier League clubs decided not to send their Brazilian players to Brazil because of the red list, right? The Brazilians, you know, are very, very important. There's I think about nine of them, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that in this article right here. So 5 clubs could be without, note the word said, could. 5 clubs could be without players for the next round of fixtures and are understood to be ready to contest the move. All right? It's just a special rule where Brazil could ask FIFA to put a 5-day ban on the players. So they'll only be banned for 5 days. It's a weird one. So the article reads, Premier League clubs will contest FIFA's enforcing of Brazil's request to bar their internationals from featuring for a period of 5 days, which would impact top flight and the Champions League fixtures. I don't think they'll impact the Champions League fixtures, though. I don't think so. Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Chelsea, And Leeds United believe there is no basis for such action given the extraordinary circumstances around COVID restrictions, which prevented players from being able to travel and report for national team duty. The situation affects 8 players across the period of September 10th to September 14th, which is when automatic restrictions will apply under FIFA regulations. The Independent understands the governing body was not willingly opted into this action, but have been forced by an association demanding it be invoked. Brazil, particularly having seen Argentina field Premier League players, are furious that they were denied their talent for World Cup qualifiers. Ooh. But the drama in that encounter where Anvisa, Brazil's health regulator, stormed onto the pitch to apprehend Argentina's UK-based players only strengthens the positions of the Premier League clubs. Brazil have waived their right to ask for Richarlison to be excluded for Everton's game with Burnley on Monday due to enjoying a strong relationship with the club. The Merseysiders allow Richarlison to play in the Olympics in Tokyo, which helped Brazil land the gold medal. You see, this is not fair, man. This is BS when you really think about it, right? This is BS, guys. Because if you're going to allow, right, if you're going to allow Richarlison to play just because Richarlison was allowed by the club to go to the Olympics, you gotta apply it all across the board. You can't, you know what I mean? Peter pays for Paul. So Richarlison has to be banned too. You understand what I'm saying, guys? He has to be banned. There shouldn't be any special, waiver for Richarlison. He should get the ban too. This is some BS, man. This is some real BS. So the Brazil FA they are simply being spiteful. You know what I mean? That's all they're doing. They're being spiteful, man. They're being spiteful. That would be a disaster this weekend, guys. It would be a disaster, I'm telling you, if these Brazilians cannot play for their respective clubs. The Merseysiders allowed Richarlison to play in the Olympics in Tokyo, which helped Brazil land a gold medal, right? That has only infuriated the affected parties further. Liverpool will be without Alisson Fabinho and the injured Roberto Firmino against Leeds on Sunday. Their opponents cannot select Rafinha. Manchester City won't be able to count on Edison or Gabriel Jesus against Leicester on Saturday. Thiago Silva will have to sit out the Chelsea game against Aston Villa and Zenit St. Petersburg, while Fred will miss United's clash with Newcastle and the Champions League away tie at Young Boys. The potential impact on the integrity of European competition is one of the key issues that has been raised by clubs. The clubs are working in tandem to find a solution with the Premier League, Brazil, the FA, and FIFA. The Independent has been told that sanctions are possible rather than definitive and... Well, let me read that over. The Independent has been told that sanctions are possible rather than definitive, and that the ideal outcome will be resolved soon with the players not being punished for something that was out of their control. See, guys, sometimes you guys got to try again, man. You just got to try again, you know what I mean? You try again. Chile, Mexico, and Paraguay have also requested that FIFA apply these restrictions, which would affect Watford's ability to use Francisco Cirelta and Blackburn Rovers' Ben Brereton. Wolves would be without Raul Jimenez, and Miguel Almiron wouldn't be able to feature for Newcastle. The current state of play described by one source of chaos everyone could do without. That's what I said. It's all chaos, man. This is nonsense. This is a whole lot of nonsense. Materialized after English teams, together with the European Club Association, said there would be no release of players for the September qualifiers. You see what it is? The English club started it. They started it. They really started it, but they had a point, though. They're only protecting their well-being. They're protecting their players as well. But at the same time, they don't want to let the players go out and then have to miss an extra 10 days where they'll have to quarantine, missing key fixtures, so on and so forth. These are Brazilians. You see what I'm saying? These are not players from Jamaica or St. Vincent. And you see what I'm saying? These are Brazilians and Argentinians, but the Argentinians did take the call up, and they will miss games not because of being banned, it's because they have to quarantine. Obviously, the red list. So this was unless authorities could avert the need for players to quarantine for 10 days in a hotel upon their return to the UK. FIFA unsuccessfully tried to lobby the government for such an exception. This ultimately means that blocking the players from featuring would be penalizing them and their clubs for doing the right thing by following England's health advice on travel to the red list countries. Yeah, man. Yeah, let me hear what you guys have to say about this, man. Talk to me. Big up to Shadrach Dorsey, who says, oh, Dominic Rich, what's good today? And good evening. Blessings to your channel and your family. And thanks, guys. We have hit 46,000 subscribers and counting, man. Love it, man. Lovely stuff. The channel is growing and growing and growing. You see what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, man. Listen, Steve. Stop it, bro. Stop it, Steve. I'm going to block you out from here, bro. Because you're not adding anything. You're not adding nothing around here. You're back with the nonsense again. Stop it. But anyways, this is a big deal. You see, when you have this freaking disruptive people like Steve in the house here, Jordan, help my channel more like you did with my old content. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, mods. Take care of him, mods. Take care of him. Adds nothing around here. Sorry, Steve, but you add nothing around here, bro. So look, just to talk about this thing, man. What do you guys think? Ilyas Abdi is saying the Villa players flew to Croatia to avoid quarantine. Oh, yeah, because Croatia is not on the red list. But the thing is, they had already traveled basically to a red list country. So the fact that they went to Croatia is maybe to eat up the time or something. You see what I mean? So the quicker you leave the red list country and go to a non-red listed country, it would actually cut into the time that you have to quarantine. You understand what I'm saying? But if you stay in Argentina or Brazil or wherever, you'll definitely have to quarantine for 10 days upon arrival in the UK. But for those players, let's say, for example, they have been in Croatia since when? Maybe since about Sunday. You see what I'm saying? So they eat up a lot of time. I don't know. They might have to still, I don't know, man. They might have to still spend out the 10. I don't know. They might actually miss the game still. But it's actually better than leaving on Friday after the Thursday games and having to miss the games the next weekend because you couldn't train with the team during the week. Basically, that's what's going on. All right, they stay there for like 10 days, then go back to the UK and continue. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So look, man, this is a whole stupid thing, I have to say. That's my thoughts on this, man. Big up the video, James. Thank you very much, guys. Make sure you like the live stream. What we doing in terms of likes right now? I actually got rid of my stream. I had the stream there, but lost the stream earlier, but I got it back. Definitely got it back. So big up to Thriller from Manila, man, who says congrats on 46K, Dom. You have enough subs to fill up a stadium like Villa Park and then some. Thank you very much, man. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate the super chat there. You're the real deal, Thriller. You know that. You know that, bro. You're the real deal, baby. Oh, man. All right, guys, we got 24 likes. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. Let's get the stream up, man. Let's get the likes up, all right? All right, don't be stingy with the likes, guys. Come on, you could do better than that. You could do a lot better than that. All right. So we need 24 more to get to 50 thumbs up. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button, guys. Chill stream today. Nothing too crazy. As I said, got my boy Liam here sleeping, so the mobility isn't all over the place, you know what I mean? But look, we're going to continue, man. We're going to continue. We're going to finish this off, finish off Conmebol and move on to Europe. It's not going to be a long live stream today. We only have to touch on 3 confederations. I didn't find any developments from Asia. We know CONCACAF are playing today, so we won't be talking about them. We'll be talking about them another time. I'll be making a video late tonight on the CONCACAF games. I'm going to be watching them closely, starting 7:30, the Canada-El Salvador game. I'm going to be taking notes, and then the games are going to start overlapping into each other, where I will be watching the games. All the games will be watched, and I'm going to thoroughly review them later on, not live, and then drop the video sometime during the morning hours, right? Then I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I got my live stream to talk about the Premier League fixtures. Already, prepped that one already. All I have to do is put in some predictions. But it's going to be tough, man. I don't even know who is going to... I don't know who's playing. You see what I'm saying? I don't know who's playing, man. I don't know if the Brazilians are involved. I don't know what to predict. I might have to make 2 predictions. Like, okay, if the Brazilians are involved, this is what I think. If the Brazilians are not involved, this is what I think, and so on. So look, we're going to wrap up CONMEBOL, but before we do wrap it up, man, it all started with the Premier League clubs refusing to release their players, right? And those players would have featured for Brazil. So Brazil wanted to be spiteful and say, okay, if you don't want to release our players, we're going to apply that rule and let FIFA enforce it and ban the players for 5 days, in turn not allowing them to play the weekend matches of the Premier League and potentially the Champions League games. So it's just tit for tat, basically. Children, you see what I mean? Nothing about little picnic. You see what I'm saying? Nothing about that. So, childish games. Let's just call it childish games. Childish games. Can't find any other description for this. Childish games between FIFA, the English FA, the Brazilian FA, and the Argentine FA. All of them childish. All childish games. The whole thing that went on there in Argentina with the Argentina team in Brazil, childish. They knew about it. They knew the players couldn't play in Brazil. They knew it. They still did whatever they could to get the players on the field. All of them ought to be blamed. CONMEBOL, all of them, man. All of them. You see what I mean? So, guys, what we're going to do, let's predict the games that's going to come up tomorrow in CONMEBOL, and then we're going to move on to Europe. All right? If you come in here and you're telling me about, let's talk about Europe or whatever, don't rush me, please. Just have some patience and wait. We have things to do. This is FIFA World Cup qualifiers daily. It's not Europe. It's not Europe only. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So let's talk about CONMEBOL here and the games coming up tomorrow. Touch on the table real quick and move on. We're not going to stay on this super long. 5 games coming up tomorrow. Thursday, September the 9th. All right, let's get those games. And let's talk about those games really quick. I'm just going to share my prediction and keep it moving. Nothing else. Nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? This website is so stupid, man. I'm telling you. But anyways, Paraguay versus Venezuela. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Paraguay. 1-0 win for Paraguay. In terms of the last match day, guys, let's just touch on the last match day before we do this. Let's touch on the last match day. Brazil, Argentina. Obviously, that one was suspended. Ecuador and Chile played to a 0-0 draw. Paraguay and Colombia played to a 1-1 draw. Uruguay smashed Bolivia 4-2. And Peru breezed past Venezuela 1-0. So Paraguay versus Venezuela. My prediction is a 1-0 win for Paraguay. I think Venezuela is going to just continue struggling, and they're going to come dead last in the table. The next one, Uruguay versus Ecuador. I fancy this Ecuadorian team. They have become one of my favorite South American. Beat Uruguay. So 1-1. And Uruguay has been they have been playing good. So I'm going to go for 1-1. Both teams to cancel each other out. Colombia versus Chile. Chile has not been playing good football at all. Colombia looks a lot better. And I'm going to go for them to pick up a 2-1 win at home against La Roja. Next up, we have Argentina versus Bolivia. And this will be in Argentina. I'm going to go for Argentina to win the game 2-0. It won't be a blowout. It could possibly be a blowout, but I'm going to go for 2-0. I'm going to go for Bolivia to put up a good fight. And maybe Marcelo Moreno might actually score a goal or even 2 in this game. Let us see. A Salcedo, a screamer from distance. But I'm going to go for Argentina to win the game 2-0. And last but not least, Brazil versus Peru. I'm going to say Brazil win the game 2-0. Get the better of the Peruvians. Brazil will be on home soil. So that'll be it in terms of Conmebol. If you guys have any predictions to make, please drop it in the chat. We have Shadrach saying Ecuador will go 3-1 over Uruguay. Scandilab, Argentina 3-1 over Bolivia. Jordan 3-0 to Uruguay. Wow. The boy Steve, Uruguay 2, Ecuador 0. 2-1, Scandilab for Brazil. 2-1, says Shadrach. Dorsey, Argentina over Bolivia. Appreciate everybody making predictions and leaving comments in the chat. Thriller, tough situation in Venezuela economically too at the moment. Yep. If you go to the store to buy some groceries, you got to walk with a barrow of money. A whole barrow. A whole wheelbarrow full of money. Crazy. It's the same situation down in Zimbabwe as well. Inflation. Oh my God. And Venezuela used to be so well off, man, with that oil, Hugo Chavez. But yeah, ever since Chavez, did he die? I think he died, right? Yeah. So Frederick, no, bro, I haven't talked about that game. I will talk about that game right now. We're going to move on. Let us move on. We don't have all day. 37 minutes in. We have until 7:30. All right. So, which means we have about 36 minutes to go. Let's talk about these games in Europe. It's not a whole lot of games, so it's not like, we're in any rush or anything. So, let's just go over to Europe. And we're going to talk about these games. Let me change this thing. And we're going to keep it going. Big up to the boy Memphis Depay, man. The man is on fire. I do have a stat to share with you of Memphis Depay, though. I have a really, really good stat. So, before we move on, the Depay stat, right? Memphis. All right. So, Memphis has now scored 12 goals for the Netherlands in 2021. Equaling the all-time record for goals in a calendar year set by Patrick Kluivert in the year 2000. So Kluivert in the year 2000 scored 12. Memphis in 2021, 12. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, 11 in 2010. Robin van Persie, 10 in 2013. And Backhouse in 1934, 10. God damn, that name is difficult to say. So that's just a little golden nugget, a little treat for you guys. And I have a few more. I really do have a few more to share. Oh, also officially, Azerbaijan, right there, Azerbaijan has been eliminated from World Cup qualifiers. They were the first team eliminated and cannot make it to Qatar. First team. Just want to make that one clear. They have 1 point. There's only 3 games to go. and they can't catch Serbia, they can't catch Portugal, and they do not have a backdoor into the playoffs from the Nations League. So hard luck to Azerbaijan, man. Hard luck. You know what I mean? I also have more stats for you. You want more stats? I'm going to give you more stats. I got more stats for you. I really do. I got more stats. All right. I'd like to take the time to big up to the boy Gavin Bazunu, the young Republic of Ireland goalkeeper, right? Gavin Bazunu made 18 saves from 22 shots on target faced for the Republic of Ireland this week. 5 saves from 7 shots on target faced against Portugal. 3 saves from 4 shots on target faced against Azerbaijan. And 10 saves from 11 shots on target faced against Serbia, the future Bazunu. So you see Ireland picking up those results and even competing is because of the goalkeeper, man. It's not because of their great defense. It's because of the goalkeeper. Since we're in Europe and we're talking about Europe, I have more. Erling Haaland on having 12 goals in 15 games for Norway. He says, I don't score enough goals. In my opinion, I should have had more goals than games. I like the appetite, man. I really do like the appetite. Erling Haaland, definitely a future GOAT. You know, we have Ronaldo, we have Messi, and when these guys retire, we're gonna have Erling Haaland. He's early. He's a future great. He's Haaland. Yeah, I have some more to share with you, but let's get the ball rolling. Let us start with Group B because we didn't have anything from Group A. We touched on Group A yesterday, and we won't be lingering. Spain on top of the group right about now. But I think they were on top of the group before Sweden. Yeah, they were ahead by 1 point, but Sweden had like 2 games in hand. So Spain, you're not clear. You're not out of the deep yet, Spain. Don't get carried away, Spain. You're not out of the deep yet, but I think Sweden might be stuttering here. They might be stuttering because no way you beat Spain and then you go and lose to Greece. And I know you guys remember me sharing a stat with you yesterday that Greece had the fewest shots at goal. Only more than San Marino across their first 3 matches in World Cup qualifiers. I think Greece had about 9 shots at goal. Some crazy stat like that. About 9, which is ridiculous. They're third, and they're keeping their World Cup qualifiers hopes alive. Remember the last time they made it to the playoffs and lost to Croatia? Kosovo, a 4th with 4 points. They lost to Spain today. And Georgia at the bottom, and with 3 more games to go, they're not yet disqualified. You see what I'm saying? Next round, yeah, but not yet. So let's just talk about the matches that were played today, man. These were some exciting games. This is the game I actually watched. I watched 2 games. I tuned into the England versus Poland, the second half. But because I had to drop my wife to work, obviously I could have only watched 1 game. And I chose to watch Greece versus Sweden. And yeah, it was going along well, 0-0. Sweden looked the brighter team at the start. You know what I'm saying? Let me just make sure I get the name right. Svanberg, he had a shot that hit the post, and then he forced the goalkeeper, Vlachodimos, into a big save. And then the boy, Alexander Isak, had another really good shot. Point blank range, well saved. Strong right hand by Vlachodimos. And then Svansberg again had another chance, I could recall, saved by, I think that was saved by Vlachodimos again. Vlachodimos was big in goal. You know what I'm saying? And Vlachodimos torments me in FIFA, man, for Benfica. But this was a weird game for Sweden because they looked good at the start, and then Greece began to come into the game. I have to give it to Kostas Tsimikas, man. Kostas Tsimikas looked damn good today. He worked hard, and he was very, very creative. Pavlidis should have scored, but after having like basically almost an open goal, but 1v1 with the keeper, tight angle, He could have done better. He should have done better. But big right hand by Robin Olsen. Big right hand. It was a very, very tense game. Very close. At the beginning of the second half, Sweden came out swinging. They looked good. But they conceded. They conceded. I think that was actually against the run of play. But at the time they conceded, you could see that Greece were starting to build confidence again. Bakasetas in the 62nd minute. And then Pavlidis after Zolis, Christos Zolis came off the bench. So you got to give it to the manager, though. You got to give it to the manager, John Van Schip, for bringing on Zolis. And Zolis was an impact substitute, man. When he scored that goal, when he set up that goal for Pavlidis, right? VAR, well, not VAR, the official raises flag for offside, and VAR had to do a check on the goal, and the goal actually stood. It took them some time, but I knew once they were looking at it, it was onside, and Greece went 2-0 up. They began to celebrate. And then I think it was Victor Clausen who hit the post. Forsberg with a brilliant shot in, and it hit the play on his head. I think that was Zeka hit him in his head. That was probably going in. And then another Forsberg shot was saved, parried, and Quaison, who came off the bench, put it in the back of the net. Sweden back in the game. Sweden fought well, but I think Greece ultimately deserved the 3 points because they just showed more intent and they played with more spirit, and it seems like they just wanted these 3 points way, way, way more than Sweden. I'm not saying that Sweden didn't want the points, but the way Greece played, man, it's like there was a fire up their behinds, man, and they just wanted this. They really wanted this, because if they had lost this game, you take a look at the group right there. You take a look at the group, and if they had lost the game, they would have been on 3 points. Sweden would have went up to 12, which means that with 4 games left, Greece would have to basically win everything to stand a chance of getting into the playoff place. But now, only 3 points behind Sweden, they have put themselves in prime pole position to actually get a playoff spot. Look, I'm not really disappointed by the way Sweden play, because this is a team I've been actually watching a lot over the Euros and now in World Cup qualifiers. I think Greece played well. They haven't been playing well, and they show up today. They really, really show up today. So congratulations to Greece. Hard luck to Sweden. It's not over in this group. As you guys could see, Sweden only played 4 matches. They have 2 in hand. Spain only has 13 points. So when Sweden plays their 2 matches in hand, let's say they win their games, they will go up to 15 points, right? You want to find out who they play? Let's take a look at who they play. I don't think Jan Anderson and his boys should be worrying too much, but Greece are a team I think they should have beaten. That's just my opinion. They should have beat Greece. They really should have beat Greece. So you take a look here. Let's take a look at the fixtures here really quick. And Sweden, Greece. Sweden do have to play Greece at home, so that's going to be an interesting one. So Sweden will play once in October and twice. The big game last. Remember we touched on this last night. So this might actually be a final. Spain versus Sweden, 14th of November, may actually be a final to see who would take the direct spot. Or who knows? Maybe Greece would come in and peek their head into the whole equation, into the scenario. But ultimately, I think it's going to be Spain versus Sweden in this group. This group is hot. This group is really, really hot right now. So, what are you guys saying here? Big up, man. Big up to my boy who dropped the super chat here that I didn't see. Dave Valensky, thank you very much, man. Poland, one of my nationality teams, with a late game tying goal. Yeah, man, I was watching that game. We're going to talk about that one soon. We're really going to talk about that one soon. I had to catch a super chat before I missed it, like, you know what I mean? Like I missed super chats yesterday. But thank you very much. Do appreciate it, bro. Do appreciate it. So, look, just to touch on this group, we got to move on. It's getting late. And it's shaping up to be a nice one. Shaping up to be a very, very nice one. October is going to be interesting because if we look at October here, you have Sweden versus Kosovo. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. But look, I'll bank on Sweden to win this game. Georgia versus Greece. Greece might start picking up wins. But you never know with Greece. You never know. And one development that actually may have prompted the Greece national team to perform well, right, was Theodoros Zacharakis resigned as president of the Hellenic Football Federation just after 5 months in charge. That happened 8 hours ago. That happened today. And what did the Greek national team go and do? Beat Sweden. You know what I'm saying? So could we conclude that the president of the Football Association was the real problem for this Greek team? Maybe he was. The coach was under pressure. Big pressure to get sacked. If he didn't produce results today, he would have got the sack. You see the fact that the president of the FA resigned. The coach would have got sacked. You see what I'm saying? And these are the things I want to share with you guys. These little things that you would not have really known about unless I share it with you. So yeah, man. Yeah. Quality content from your boy Dominic Rich. Thank you very much there, Fresh God. Appreciate it, man. Big up to you guys. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the stream. We're going to keep it moving. Let us keep it moving. We have a few more groups to go through. But these October fixtures are going to be very, very crucial. Sweden, Kosovo, Sweden, Greece. I have a feeling Sweden are going to go on to top this group. Spain, playoffs, Spain. You see, Spain don't play until the 11th of November and the 14th of November. So Spain does not play next month in the qualifiers. So this is kind of painful. You see what I mean? They would have to watch Sweden pass them most likely. Let's see if Greece could pick up another point or 3 against Sweden. And then Sweden would actually play Georgia on the same day Spain play Greece in Athens. So what if Sweden win their next 3 games, right? What if? Because they play before Spain. They will pick up 9 points, right? And if you check the table right there, they will go up to 18 points with 7 games played, while Spain would have 13 with 6 games played. Let's say Spain do win their game on the day. They go up to 16 points, 2 points behind Sweden, which means the game between woohoo, Sweden and Spain would be a potential final, as I mentioned earlier. With Sweden on 18 points, I'm predicting Spain on 16. The winner qualifies, the loser, or if you draw, Spain goes into playoff. So this one is nice. This one is shaping up very, very nicely. Very, very nicely. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep it moving, though. We're going to move on to the next group, and that's Group C. We have a few more groups to go through. We still have time. We got about 20 minutes, 21 minutes or so before the Canadian games start. So let's talk about Group C. Italy are doing the business, man. What a gap between them and Switzerland. I'm kind of disappointed in the Switzerland result there because against the Republic of Northern Ireland, pardon me, should have won that game. But yeah. Let's get into that. Bulgaria has 5 points. Lithuania without a point. So we're going to touch on these games and keep it moving. Italy 5, Lithuania 0. Mose Ken with a really good brace. I did get a chance to go and watch those goals. Utkos with an own goal in the 14th. Raspadori, the youngster, 24th minute goal. And the right back, Di Lorenzo, in the 54th. Very convincing victory for Italy. They go up to 37 consecutive games without losing, which is a world record. So congratulations to the Italian national team, man. They're doing the thing. They're doing their thing, man. I think they will qualify directly. No seeing that Switzerland are playing around. So we're going to keep it moving. We're definitely going to keep this one moving. Let's get back to this group here and talk about the other game. Switzerland, 0. Northern Ireland, 0. And there was a penalty in this game by Harry Seferovic, saved by Bailey Peacock Farrell. And I've actually read that this is the second penalty that Bailey Peacock Farrell has saved, you know. I didn't even realize that. I really didn't realize that. But he had actually saved the penalty sometime in a previous game. And I think it was against Lithuania, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just go back here and check the schedule really quick. Yep, I think it was. Northern Ireland just played Lithuania, right? Let me double check this. Yep, Northern Ireland versus Lithuania. Right there. Yep, I think he saved the penalty in that game. So, big up to Bailey Peacock Farrell, man. The Burnley goalkeeper out on loan. Doing his thing. I think he's a Sheffield Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. So, good stuff. Good point for the Northern Ireland. Keep themselves in contention for that playoff spot. For Switzerland, they would actually miss out on gaining ground on Italy. Because, look here. They would have gone up to 11 points with 2 games in hand. Wait, let me double. No, they would have gone up to 10 points with 2 games in hand, right? And if they had won their 2 games, they would have been ahead of Italy and put them into the playoffs like we were talking about yesterday. They drop points. They're giving Northern Ireland a sniff back into the playoff spot there. But they're still far behind, 3 points. Bulgaria as well, 3 points. And Lithuania, they are not yet totally out because with 3 matches still left, they could get 9 points. So in October, a lot of these teams are going to be eliminated. So just to touch on the last game here, in this group, we had a game between Italy, Northern Ireland, Switzerland. Oh, I thought Bulgaria played, but I guess I saw it wrong. They didn't play. Maybe I saw something about a friendly or something. Because there are friendlies being played at the moment, you know. I just didn't have time to actually look at the friendlies, and I'm not going to look at the friendlies. So next month, we have Lithuania, Bulgaria, Switzerland, Northern Ireland, Lithuania, Switzerland, Bulgaria, Northern Ireland, and Northern Ireland versus Lithuania. Italy does not play in October, which is kind of weird. It seems like how Spain do not play in October as well. So there will still be international games. Maybe they'll play a couple friendlies, call up some backup brigade and send them out. So we're going to move on, guys. We're going to move on. We have a few more groups to talk about. Group E. Let's touch on Group E here. Why am I on this website? Could somebody please explain to me why I'm on this website? Exactly. Why am I there? Group E, man. Group E. Belgium 1. Belarus 0. A goal by Dennis Pratt in the 33rd minute. Really good goal. Really good goal. Not spectacular, but he took a shot quick and caught the goalkeeper sleeping. I told you guys this would not be a high-scoring affair. I think I predicted like a 3-0 or something, and it ended in a 1-0 win. I didn't watch this game, obviously, but there was a lot of rotation. Luka Bacchio, Bashuai, Trossard, Timothy Castagna now fit again, Pratt, Makers, and Castiles in goal. Basically, most of the changes that were made. So, nice to see. Nice to see Belgium flexing their muscle there. But the fact that they rotated, you could see that that's why they won the game 1-0. So, we're going to keep it moving. Belgium should qualify as the winner of this group. They have 16 points. 2 games to go. 2 games. That's it. Belgium only has 2 games to go. They pretty much wait. Belgium are pretty much qualified for the playoffs. Basically, Nah, they're not qualified yet. The reason why they're not qualified yet is because Wales do have 4 games left and they have 7 points. So let's say Wales could go up to 19 points. The Czech Republic could go up to 16 points, and Belgium could actually lose all their remaining games. But they will get a spot in the playoffs, I think, if they do not place top 2. So, yeah. Belgium in October pretty much will, if they play in October. Let's just check to see if they play in October, though, before we talk about that. They do not play in October as well. So, they'll have to wait until November, or if these other teams just keep dropping points or picking points off each other to see if they qualify. So most likely in November we'll know when most of the teams make the cut. Wales, I think Wales missed a big opportunity here, drawing 0-0 against Estonia. I thought they would have blew Estonia away, but this is a shocking result in my opinion. Daniel James, Gareth Bale, Tyler Roberts, Joe Allen, all these guys, Harry Wilson, they played a strong team. Just couldn't break down Estonia. Wow. Wow. This is a big result for Estonia, man. Huge result. This is actually similar. This is like an upset. Because this has thrown Wales. This has really put Wales in a spot of other. Because with 4 games played, if they had went up to 9 points, that would have been perfect for them. But Wales do have a backdoor into the Nations League, into the playoffs from the Nations League rankings. And I think they're currently in that spot right now as we speak. So I think Wales is guaranteed a playoff spot, minimum. So is there any more games in this group? Czech Republic did play a friendly against Ukraine. So we're not going to talk about that one right about now. Let's move on. And we have Group I. We go down to Group I. And then we have Group J. So Group I, the big group, man. England, Albania, Poland, Hungary, Andorra, San Marino. Look at where Albania are. This group is heating up, man. 4 games left for each team. And it's heating up. It's going to be between Albania, Poland, and Hungary for that playoff spot. This is getting really, really tense. England, yeah, I think they'll get it, but I think they get the top spot, but you never know. You never, ever know. What if next month, like, England lose and these other teams win their games? You see what I'm saying? What if England could be in the playoffs? You never know. Or they could miss the World Cup. You never, ever know. What World Cup they missed? 1994, right? The USA World Cup? Yeah, you never know, man. It could happen all over again. So it's really crazy to think, but it could happen. You never know. Albania 5, San Marino 0. Manaj in the 32nd minute, Lassie in the 58th. Armando Broja, the young Chelsea striker on loan at Southampton in the 61st. Haisai in the 68th. And Murta Uzuni in the 80th minute. Big win for Albania. It puts them second in the group. Oh, look, San Marino. I did predict you guys to score a goal, but you came up short today. You came up shorter than leprechauns today. Sorry, man. Better luck next time. So, we're going to move on. Big up to everybody in the chat, man. If I miss anything, I'm sorry, but I'm focused. Just want to get through this content right here before we move on to the CONCACAF games that we will be watching and not really talking about. You see what I mean? I made a whole video talking about those games, so I don't really need to. If I was going to talk about them, that was last night, and I did drop my predictions last night. Guys, we need 8 more thumbs up to hit 50. Smash the thumbs up button. Let's get the stream up to 50 thumbs up. I will definitely appreciate that, man. Look, the big game, the elephant in the room here, man, or the lion in the room. Poland won, England won. I tuned into this game, and I was like, okay, England's dominating. Harry Kane blasted a really good shot from distance. Beat Szczesny in goal. I was like, okay, England's going to win this one. But Szymanski in the 92nd minute. Brilliant cross by Robert Lewandowski after the Polish attack just kept going and going. Unrelentless stuff. England blocking, not being able to clear the ball properly. Robert Lewandowski with the brilliant ball in. and Szymanski towering high over the diminutive Luke Shaw to put it past Jordan Pickford to pick up a massive point for Poland in this group. Massive, massive point, man. Look, Coach Paulo Sousa said, England, they have the wealth of talent. They're the favorites, obviously. They could take a player off and a player of equal quality would come on. But the thing is, England did not. Look at this. Look at this. Let's look at the substitutions here. Just keep an eye on the substitutions there. Are you looking? You're looking, right? England did not make a single substitution. Not one. And, you know, they may come under some criticism for not doing so. Where the fans might be saying, yeah, that's why you didn't win the game, because you're not making substitutions or whatever. But Southgate's on making no subs in the game. Making it the first time since Euro 1996. He says we were in control. We were in total control of the game, which he was right. He was right. We would have been making changes for the sake of it. I thought there were tackles worthy of a yellow card, which might have stopped the late fouls, but we have to deal with that. Listen, Gareth Southgate, you guys blew it, man. You'll be okay. You will still be okay, but you should have won that game. But you got to give it to Lewandowski and Poland, man. Paulo Sousa said, there's only Robert Lewandowski at Poland. If anything has to happen, it will definitely involve Lewandowski. If he went off the field, England would have won the game 4-0, just banging him in for fun at the back end of the game there. You see what I mean? So, yeah, man. So, yet again, big up to Dave Valensky for the super chat. Do appreciate that. He says, Poland, one of my nationality teams. And with the late goal. Brilliant goal, man. And he was trying so hard to take his shirt off, but the shirt somehow couldn't come off, man. That was kind of funny. That was definitely funny. He got it off eventually. He did get it off eventually, but Southgate, you should have made a sub or two. Maybe one. Your plan did not work at all. Didn't work. Definitely didn't work. So look, we don't have much more to talk about. So let's keep it going. Let's finish it off. Let's finish things off. Let's go back. And England, very disappointing result if you ask me. They looked really good in the game. But listen, Poland wanted it. Poland wanted something. They were at home and they got something. So we got more games in this group to talk about. So let's talk about them and keep it moving. So the other game that's left in this group is Hungary 2, Andorra 1. So in this game, Adam Jalai in the 9th minute from the penalty spot, and then Botka in the 18th minute, Jovera with the consolation goal to bring them back in the game in the 82nd. I expected Hungary to win this game, and let me get you my exact predictions for this one. I wish I could have made bets on these games, because I would have won some money. I would have really won some money. I did predict a 3-1, so I would not have won any money on that one. And I did predict England to beat Poland 2-1. I did predict Albania to beat San Marino 5-1, but San Marino didn't score. Didn't do too well in terms of predictions here at all. Nah, I didn't. My predictions were all over the place, man. They were all over the place. All over the place. You know what I'm saying? Wait, I can't remember actually. You know what? I remember talking I remember talking about Group B, right? I'm just remembering. I remember talking about Group B, guys, but not talking about this game. I talked about Group B, but I forgot poor old Spain, man. Pablo Fornals in the 32nd minute and Ferran Torres in the 90th to give Spain a 2-0 win over Kosovo. That was a really good goal scored by Fornals, though. And another good one under the counter-attack by Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres just warming up for this weekend against Leicester City. Warming up for the season. Ferran Torres for the Golden Boot, man. I'm calling it now. I'm just joking, guys. Come on, chill. Come on, chill, man. I won't be surprised if we win the title with Ferran Torres up top, though. So this is a fixture I just forgot to talk about. So let me just put it in. I thought they said Laporte was injured. He's fine. Reguilon got a start. Inigo Martinez in the team. No Eric Garcia. That's a good move there. Very, very good move. They need to get rid of Morata, though. Morata needs to warm the bench, in my opinion. Just like how De Gea is warming the bench right there. Yeah, Morata needs to warm the bench just like Eric Garcia. So we're going to go back down. We're going to go back down, man. Listen, this is World Cup Qualifiers Daily. If you make a mistake and you catch it, you could correct it before it's too late. Because it would have been a shame I didn't talk about that game, right? Right, guys? So that's it for Group I, man. That's it for Group I. We're going to keep it moving and talk about the last group, Group H. We got about 4 minutes until the Canada-El Salvador game starts. What I'm going to do right now, let me tune into that game so I don't miss nothing. You know what I'm saying? I hate missing games, man. I really hate missing games. Because you could miss something very crucial from the start there, you know what I mean? So let me just get that game pulled up right now. And so when I'm done with this live stream, I could tune right in. But we are right on the money, man. We are right on the money in terms of the schedule. And we got one more group to talk about. So let me just find this damn thing, man. Jesus Christ. Listen, Paramount Plus has so much content. So much content. Movies, shows. And I never watch anything on Paramount Plus but FIFA World Cup qualifying content and other stuff. It's crazy. My reason is the time I take to watch a movie these days, I could put out some content. You know what I mean? I've been on the grind. I've really been on the grind. And I almost spilled my beer there, so good thing I didn't. So they're singing the national anthems, and we're going to tune into that game pretty soon. So, look. The last group here, Group J. Let's talk about Group J. So before we do move on to Albania, Poland, Hungary are fighting for that playoff spot. England, I don't think want to be drawn into it, but I think they'll be all right. And they had a perfect score, but they draw against Poland. So look, last group, big group, man. Germany. The Germans are back. Let me say it again. The Germans are back. Germany is back, guys. They are back. Germany is back on the Hans-Dieter Flick, man. I actually think if Joachim Löw was still in charge, they would have been still in the mud. They would have been in the mud still. Armenia, they're falling off a little, though. They're falling off a little, but because the other teams are like dropping points all over the place, Armenia is still in a playoff spot, which is a good thing for them. Romania, third, 10 points. Macedonia, fourth with 9 points. They're all still in it. Iceland, man. Iceland, not looking good. 4 more games left. It would take a miraculous turnaround for them to pick up all 12 points and put themselves in position to get a playoff spot. But right now, it ain't looking good at all, man. It ain't looking good at all. And let's just touch on these games really quick. Let's just talk about these games. Talk about the group at whole. Look, North Macedonia 0, Romania 0. What was my prediction for this game, guys? What was my prediction? I predicted a 1-1 draw. I predicted a draw for this, so that's a good prediction. So not much more to talk about in terms of this game. I think it's a good point for each of these two teams. A 3-point for Romania would have been better. 3-point for Macedonia would have been better, but they're still in contention with 4 games left to play for that playoff spot. So, look, 1-1, Armenia versus Liechtenstein. And Armenia, oh man, you guys are going to rue dropping 2 points here. Armenia should have gotten all 3 points and go up to 13 points because the way they conceded that goal by freaking the 80th minute after Mkhitaryan scored a penalty in first half extra time, Armenia should have won the game. The goalkeeper is to be blamed, man. Yurchenko, bro, that was a horrible, 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 horrible parry. straight into the path of the attacker, bang in the back of the net. Armenia dropped 2 points. Yeah. So that's it for that game there. Let's talk about the Germany game, man. Big win for Germany. Big win. And if you check the table, Germany have now put a 4-point gap between themselves and Armenia. Armenia has a negative goal difference even though they are second. That's not good for them at all. So if Romania or Macedonia catches up to them, the goal difference would actually come into play. So for Germany, they put 5. What was it, 5? No. 4 past Iceland. 4. And they put 6 past who was that? Was that Armenia? They put 6 past, right? Let me just double check that, guys. My memory is like all over the place because I cover so much fixtures. Yeah, Armenia 6-0, 4-0. So Germany has scored 10 in the last 2 matches without conceding. That is big. That is huge for Germany. They did kind of struggle a bit, to brush aside Liechtenstein. But in this international break, they have scored 12 goals without reply. What a way for Hansi Flick to start his tenure as the manager of the German national team. That is a great performance there. Got to give it to Germany. Got to give it to them. So, Gnabry in the 4th minute, set up by Leroy Sané. Rudiger in the 24th minute, really good header. Sané in the 56th. Timo Werner in the 89th. Oh, man, this guy Timo Werner, man. He missed a sitter in this game and almost scuffed up another opportunity. This ball had to go off the post. I don't know what's wrong with this guy Timo Werner, man. Really don't know what's wrong with Timo Werner. But anytime you have to actually talk about a bad miss, just think about Timo Werner. Timo Werner is the king of bad misses. There have been a lot of bad misses. I seen Erling Haaland miss a ball point blank range as well in their game out. That was yesterday. So they're all missing them, man. They're all missing them. But Timo Werner is just the worst of the worst, guys. He's the worst of them. He's the worst of them. Canada, El Salvador 0-0. Only 2 minutes into the game. I have some big news, guys. Big news. Big news to announce here, man. Hannes Halldórsson, the Icelandic goalkeeper, has retired from the national team at the age of 34. 10 years and 77 games from his debut. So, big up to the man Halldórsson, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Halldórsson is a very iconic figure for this Icelandic national team. And he featured at the World Cup. He featured at the Euros. And he's just been one of the staples of their very, very successful team. It's in Icelandic. Let me translate it to English right there. And you can see Hannes quits the national team. Hannes Paul Halldórsson, national team goalkeeper in football, announced in a conversation with RUV right now that he has stopped playing for the national team. 10 years after he played his first game. Hannes played his 77th and last national game against Germany tonight. Hannes, who is 37 years old, played his first national game against Cyprus in the qualifiers for the Euro 2012 and kept it clean in a 1-0 victory. He played all of Iceland's matches at the finals of the European Championship in 2016 and the World Cup in 2018. So, I quote, he says, "I've been in this national team for 10 years and they have been my best memories. However, it is a generational change and we have a lot of great goalkeepers. Runnarsson comes to mind, guys. It is therefore the right time for me to step aside and allow them to take the reel without me breaking into their necks. I played my last national game tonight," said Hannes to RUV. "I am very happy with this career and there is nothing left. I thought it was after the game at Wembley, but then I decided to take the fight in this competition. But I feel now that it is good. This is the right thing to do," he added. So, all the best in your retirement, Hannes Halldórsson. Great memories, man. Great memories. He has been a really good servant for the Icelandic national team. So, All the best there. Guys, what do you think? What do you think? You like that, right? You like that, guys? You like that? You like how I give you all these good little golden nuggets, right? Canada, El Salvador, 0-0, 5th minute. Do I have any more of these little golden nuggets to share with you? I do, but I'll save it for the next one. I really gonna save it for the next one. So I actually think I did well in today's live stream, despite having my boy Liam here with me, sleeping his butt away. And we had a good turnout, 50 odd people in here. How many likes we got? We got 49 likes. Guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. So, Canada have scored. Canada have opened the scoring, guys. We're not going to do a watch along. We are not going to do a watch along. We ain't going to do that. No watch along here. I could only do a watch along if I'm by myself. I'm not doing a watch along with Liam. But Canada have scored. A lot of fans at their stadium, and that's a big, big advantage, man. So, attack down the left. Ball put in. Ooh, really nice team goal, man. Oh, my God. This team is playing some attractive football. Larea, the pace, Atiba Hutchinson, knocking at the near post. Oh, my God. Guys, in my preview, I was on point about this Canadian team. I was on point, man. I was definitely on point about this Canadian team. So since we just overlap into the Canada game, let's just change this. Let's just change this. And we're talking about Canada versus El Salvador right about now, where I did predict Canada to win the game. So I got to take some credit, man. Come on. Let me take some credit. I have to. That's what credit is for, to take. And I'm going to take it. I deserve the damn credit. You see what I mean? So, look, I predicted El Salvador to lose the game. I think I predicted a 2-0 win for Canada. It could get ugly today. It could really get ugly today. But let's see what happens, man. Let us see what happens. So, guys, it was a good episode. I have a lot more things to actually share with you. I want to share one more thing with you before we go. Before I forget, I have to share this because I saw this as soon as it happened. It is actually something over in Africa. So we're going to go back over to Africa and share this last thing with you before I go and sit down and just do some work and watch this Canadian team play. Guys, the whole reasoning behind my success is actually multitasking, okay? It's just multitasking. So, look, it's just multitasking, man. I do a lot of multitasking while I'm at work, while I'm at home, and everything. So, yeah. This happened in the Uganda versus Mali game. I don't know if anybody noticed this, but this guy actually decided to go and block this camera angle. He showed his face, but the commentator was definitely baffled, and he's like, what is going on here? The guy actually went up and blocked the thing with his big-ass bald head. They had to switch to the alternative angle, which is crazy, camera angle. They had to change the camera, which was funny. And I was about to actually, when I was about to take a picture of it to share on my Twitter, you know, they never showed him again. It's just things like this that would actually help you to grow your Twitter and stuff like that by just sharing little things like that you see. But yeah, I couldn't find it. Yeah, they didn't show it again. And you know you can't screenshot when you're watching an app. This was actually taken on a TV. So yeah, that is something I had to share with you guys. There's more things I have. There's more cool things I have, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. There's a fight in the game. Fight Canada, El Salvador. There's a little fight breaking out here. Alex Roldan. Oh, man, there's a fight. There's a fight. There is a fight. 9th minute. This game is hot right now. This game is hot. This game is hot. Jeez. Wow. I got to see what happened here. So Canada, El Salvador, guys, live and direct. It's like a mini watch along though. I did it again, guys. I did it again. I did it again. Oh man, I did it again, man. I always do that. I always post something in my tab. Oh, Canada scores again. It's 2-0, guys. 2-0. Canada 2-0 up in 10 minutes. What a dominant start by Canada, man. Dominant start by Canada. And it's 2-0 in the space of 10 minutes. El Salvador are done out here. El Salvador are absolutely finished. I have something good to share with you guys, but I'll save it for next time. So this stream, an hour 25 minutes, guys. Look, I'm going to go watch this game. This game is hot. I'm already missing a lot. Jonathan David with the goal from the free kick. The same free kick. Tajon Buchanan went down. Tajon Buchanan, ball in. Jonathan David, header. Far post. Brilliant football by Canada, man. That is why I predicted Canada to qualify for the World Cup. That is exactly why I predicted Canada to qualify for the World Cup. That exact reason. No other reason. You see what I mean? That reason. They're very sharp. They've been one of the most exciting teams so far in the competition. And they're certainly going up to 5 points after this game. They look good. They look bright. And I like what they're doing. They say, okay, we played El Salvador. We are going to take care of El Salvador. Something the USA failed to do. So, look, guys, it's been a good one. It's been a really good one. I'm overstaying my welcome here, even though it's my own stream. But I got to go, man. This was never meant to be a long one. I just wanted to get the games covered. And I will be back, I think, for World Cup qualifiers daily on Friday. Where on Friday, I'm going to touch on the CONCACAF games and I'm going to touch on the Conmebol games that will be played on Thursday night. Okay? Tomorrow, we have Conmebol games. Tonight, we have CONCACAF games. Tomorrow, I have Premier League live stream, man. So the Premier League live stream is back. It's going to be weird, but it's going to be yet another day that I'm live. I'm going to be live every day since last week, which is crazy, but it's helped the channel a lot. I've been thinking about just going live every day, you know. Just go live every day. Every day. And I've been thinking about, okay, guys, let me know what you think about this idea, right? I've been thinking about continuing World Cup qualifiers daily, even when the international games are not playing. But not do it as frequent, maybe like every 3 days. World Cup qualifiers daily. But my idea is to actually, AD, we covered that already. We covered that. We on point with that. We covered that already. My idea is to talk about old World Cups, like retroactively just analyze an old World Cup. You see what I mean? Like, for example, we're on the FIFA website right now, right? If we go to, let's say, the FIFA World Cup, right? We go to the FIFA World Cup. We click FIFA World Cup, and we could go all the way back. You see what I'm telling you about? We go all the way back to 1930. And all we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the 1930 World Cup. You see what I'm saying? Read more. We're going to read up about the World Cup. We're going to look at the teams, the groups, everything. You get what I'm saying? So this is something that I'm planning to do in the future. And I'm really glad that I could demonstrate it to you right now. You get what I'm saying? World Cup qualifiers daily. We're going to sit down. We're going to go from 1930. We're going to use the FIFA website, and we're going to go into detail. AD says it's an amazing idea. I am going to do it. It's my idea. Nobody steal my idea. Don't steal it. Football King said it's a good idea. Canada on the attack. Tajon Buchanan. Oh, ball comes in again. Canada looking like they want to put 5 past El Salvador today. Listen, I'm telling you, goal difference could come into play, so it's important. It's really, really important. So, yeah, man, this is what I'm going to be doing, guys. This is what I'm going to be doing. Maybe also do a watch-along for an old World Cup final match. That's a possibility, but we'll need a way for everybody to be able to get the match and still join the watch-along. You see, you need 2 devices for that or something. I think there's other ways you can do it, though. I actually think you could do things like that on Twitch, right? Do Twitch actually give you copyright strikes for watching things like that? I don't know. I gotta look into that. But guys, it's been real. We got 53 thumbs up. You know, I appreciate you guys joining today. I'm gonna watch this game so I could actually analyze it properly. But it's easy to analyze so far. It's a great start. Patrick Guerra, history leading up. Good idea to get people into it. Yep. It's a great idea, man. You guys know, listen, I come up with all these ideas. I have so many ideas. You guys don't even understand. Look at this. Let me show you something. This is what I walk around with at any given time. You see these books? I walk around with these books, and I have this one right here that I was using. At any given time, I have these books on me, writing things down about games that I saw, about little things that I find that I want to talk to you guys about. You see what I mean? Danish goal should have stood, either though was never a free kick. Should not have stood. Oh, what goal are you talking about against Faroe Islands? Is that the goal you're talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. So, yeah. It's been real, guys. About to leave you. Appreciate everybody who joined today. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Leave me a comment if you're watching a replay. And from your boy Dominic Rich and Liam, of course. Until next time. Peace out. Big up to Bone, man. Yeah, man. Canada doing the business, Bone. They're doing the business. Rich Squad. I'm about to go, guys. If you're just coming here, you're late. You're late, man. Peace.